Omar Qureshi and I'm sitting with Vivek Oberoi, the man who's always in the eye of a storm but always smiles through it. And now he's signed up with his enemy of the past, Ram Gopal Verma, right? Am I right, Vivek?
Far from the truth.
Yeah, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, Omar.
So, you're back with Ramo.
Oh, God. No, definitely not. In no way. My godfather, the man who gave me my break, my mentor, the man who recognized talent. Because I truly believe that there must be hundreds of people who are 10 times, 20 times more talented than I am. But it's important to be in the right place at the right time. It's important to get that right break. And RGV gave me that break. And for that, for life, I'll always owe him. There was no tension, at least not from my end. RGV he wasn't happy with the way I was choosing the films I was choosing. He wasn't happy with the way I was working. And he felt that I believed in a certain kind of cinema that he believed in.
Yeah.
And I made choices that were not like it at all. So he was very disappointed in me artistically. And he didn't want to pursue the working relationship at one point. And he called me when I was shooting, I think, Prince. He called me and he said, I want you to do this film. And I was very pleasantly surprised. And I said, of course. And it was a matter of a minute before I was signed on. So all's well.
He doesn't like you clean shaven. He likes you with a stubble, now this mustache.
Yeah, part of the gig has to be facial hair.
He loves it on you, huh?
Yeah, well, this mustache actually, honestly, was my decision.
Yeah?
Because when I was researching the character, and what a character, I mean, Parital Ravi. When I was researching him, I saw this thick mustache, and I realized that what really sets us metrosexuals, apart from rural Indian men, these thick mustaches, and they sport it with so much pride, and they sport it with so much, they're so proud of it.
Your women liking it?
Actually, it's quite surprising. I was just doing another show for you, for Zoom, called Ring a Star, and I was really surprised to hear. I mean, I know guys keep going, like I was just now in Nagpur, Bihar, in Patna, and Ranchi, and Delhi, and Bangalore, and guys keep going, my bhai, they keep going, Vivek bhai, maza aa gaya, muchhi rakhe, damdar muchhi hai, and stuff like that. They keep giving me compliments like that. But girls gushing over it. Just now, this girl on Ring a Star, she got me completely embarrassed. She was like, oh, so hot, this, that. And I was like,
oh, wow.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know women would like the mustache. Yeah, so
okay, nice.
A lot of women are. Quite
Yeah.
interesting.
Tell me, Vivek, Rakta Charitra 2 is also going to be made right away?
Yeah, it's already done.
Yeah?
Actually, finished shooting it. That's what, 1 year shooting 2 films, 3 languages.
Okay.
It was a mega project. We shot Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, part 1 and part 2. Now, for the first time, the man who gave me my break in Hindi cinema in 2002 with Company is now giving me my break in Telugu and Tamil cinema also.
Amazing.
8 years later. So I think it's quite poetic, in life.
It's a pretty real film. It's pretty brutal and violent.
Yeah, I mean, but so is life, I mean, we step out of our insulated, air-conditioned studios and, our little page 3 worlds, and we go out there like I did. I went out there to research. I have a school in Vrindavan, which is just 2 hours drive from Delhi, which is the center of the city. But the minute I drive those 2 hours by that express highway, I move from one world to another. I move a completely parallel universe. And then that makes me feel that maybe these little cities that we have in the mass of India are just small little pockets that, because we live in them, we are like Kuein ka mendak. We're like the frog in the well. We think the whole world should be like this. Oh, this is where India is going, and that is where India is going. When you go into real India,
true.
When I meet the parents, when I meet the families, and I see the backgrounds of the children that we take into our school in Vrindavan, the orphan girls and their stories, you start to feel that, oh my God, this happens like in today's time, in India, 2 hours away from the capital, not in some remote, tribal village. This is happening here.
Right here.
So yeah, I mean, so I think that's interesting. The slice of life, real, feel of it.
Very, very interesting subject here.
Yeah.
But on the softer side, you're getting married on the 29th. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Omar.
How does it feel?
Feels fabulous. Funny, because for someone who was dodging the bullet and running away from the word marriage for quite a while, I realized it was quite a romantic. All it took was the right girl, I think, to make me feel the way I do. Which is special. Life is amazing. Just when you don't expect it to happen, the right girl walks in.
Yeah.
I've been single, 5-6 years.
Instant decision, huh? Like, she's the one.
Yeah, it was funny because I always, it was weird because I used to always tell my parents that, even if I meet a girl, I need at least a year to get to know her, to see, you know, if we get along, if there's a match, is this, that, you know, we give a lot of these, you know, speeches and these
Famous
dialogues. This whole dialogues, all kids, all of us came along. It was so instant that my dad was like,
Priyanka, right?
Yeah. So when Priyanka came along, it was so instant that my dad was like, "Acha, you still want that year?" And I was like, "No." You know, it was amazing. When you find that right person, you don't want to stay apart. You don't want to be apart even for a minute.
So when did you decide? In that 30 seconds, you decided, I'm going to marry her?
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. For me, it was pretty much instantaneous. I mean, it's a feeling, I guess, you know. She asks me sometimes, how are you so sure? You know, we have those moments. And I said, you know, if I can find a reason, if I can find logic and list it down clearly, okay, this is why I love you and this is why I want to marry you, then it's not love. Love is something that can't be defined by rationale or by logic. Love is something that defies all rationale, all logic, and it's just a feeling. You feel it, and something inside you, you know.
How do you propose?
In a very special way.
He went down on one knee like the old school.
Yeah, I am
a romantic guy. So.
I am a old school, chivalrous kind of guy. So I believe in romance, and I believe that I like that. I think I'm a romantic guy, and I think that to make a lady feel like the most special lady in the world is the greatest joy a man can have.
Tell us a little about Priyanka. What is she like? What's her personality?
To start with, I mean, she was everything that I was looking for. She was she's somebody who is a humanitarian. She's now working with me on Project Devi. She's done her master's from New York in fundraising for NGOs. So great match there. That was something that was instant that we spoke about. She's an amazing artist. She dances, sings, paints, complete
creative
comes from a very creative background. Priyanka's been somebody who's proficiently trained in, passionately trained in Bharatnatyam and Kathak and the classical arts. So you know, she trained from none less than the Padma Subramaniam herself. So it was nice. I mean, somebody who's so well educated, so well traveled, you know, studied abroad, and yet has that passion and devotion to go to Padma Subramaniam, live in Chennai, learn from her, do the whole Guru Shishya Parampara. I love the fact that she's as real as it gets.
Amazing.
You know?
Yeah. But you've been one single guy for so long in the industry. So when you announced that you're getting married, a lot of broken hearts.
Aside from the broken hearts, it's funny because when I called up my friends to tell them, you know, a lot of my actor and actress friends and all, the first reactions were, finally. You know, and then somebody else would go, really? Like, you're not joking. I was like, yeah. So, yeah, thanks for the faith.
Yeah, but this was an arranged marriage and you fell in love instantly.
I think sometimes, best way to put it is, sometimes life arranges you to fall in love.
Wow. Well said,
Yeah.
And life arranged this one.
Yeah.
Or was it a case that you didn't want to take a chance of putting yourself out there again?
No, I was out there, as it gets here. I'm somebody who was dating. I was meeting a lot of lovely ladies, and they've all been amazing to me. And I've had some really lovely experiences of knowing some people. I've dated some girls who didn't work out with, who are really good friends of mine today. But nothing really translated to something serious. The last serious relationship I had was over 5.5, 6 years ago. It's so funny, you can have a whole list, you know, as a bachelor, that, you know, the girl I settled down with, she should be like this. And the minute you meet the one, that list just goes out into the garbage bin.
Yeah, true.
Doesn't matter.
So it's going to be a big fat Bollywood wedding?
Not really, it's going to be very intimate. It's going to be very personal. The wedding's away from Mumbai. It's in Bangalore. Priyanka has a beautiful home that overlooks a lake just outside the city. So we're doing the wedding there.
Mills and Boone stuff happening, huh?
Yeah, it's nice and romantic. I'm realizing I'm a sucker for romance myself.
Complete.
Yeah, so that's going to be there. And then, of course, for the big Bollywood family here, and for all my friends, friends from the media, friends from the trade, friends from school, you know, everybody here is a big reception here in Mumbai.
So a lot of Bollywood personalities will be calling?
I mean, of course, the whole fraternity, I think, you know, we're a family, so everybody.
Any special plans for your big day and for your honeymoon?
Oh, well, no honeymoon right now. There's no time for a honeymoon because Rakta Charitra releases, and then immediately after the release, there's the wedding. Immediately after the wedding, Diwali releases my first Tamil release. Rakta Charitra in Tamil comes out 5th November. Then 19th November, part 2 in Telugu and Hindi comes out. So it'll be just promoting and everything. I think by the end of November, I'll finally get a chance to breathe. I'll take all of December off and run away somewhere. Even now, I don't talk about the stuff I do personally. So if there's people who come to me and they need something and I do it, I tell, even sometimes it's funny because I have friends in the media who call up and say, hey, listen, I want to do a story on this. And I say, please don't.
Any film you regret?
Of course, yeah. Out of the 22 films that I've done, there are so many I would regret doing.
You recently said that I'm so done with saying sorry to Salman Khan.
I'm so done with talking about this.